Welcome to the ultimate guide on why your BetMGM promo code might be acting up, and more importantly, exactly how to fix it, so you don't leave money on the table. There is nothing more frustrating than finding a massive welcome offer, getting all the way to the finish line, and then seeing that dreaded error message, or even worse, seeing no bonus bets in your account after you've already placed your wager. Today, we are going to break down the technical glitches, the hidden terms, and the user errors that cause these codes to fail. By the end of this script, you will know the exact steps to troubleshoot your account, how to verify your eligibility, and the secret way to get customer support to manually credit your bonus if the system lets you down. The first and most common reason a BetMGM promo code fails is actually tied to your physical location. Because sports betting is regulated state by state, BetMGM uses highly sensitive geofencing technology to ensure you are within a legal jurisdiction. If you are standing right on a state border, or if you are using a VPN or a public Wi-Fi network that bounces your IP address to another region, the promo code will automatically void itself. The fix here is simple but specific. You need to ensure your device's location services are turned on and set to high accuracy. If you're on a desktop, you often have to download a specific GeoComply plugin. A pro tip that many people miss is to toggle your Wi-Fi off and then back on, or try switching from a Wi-Fi connection to mobile data. This often forces the app to ping the correct tower and verify your location, which can suddenly make that stubborn promo code active again. Another major hurdle is the distinction between a new user and a returning user. Many bettors don't realize that BetMGM considers you a returning user even if you've only ever played on their MGM Grand Casino app or their poker platform. If your email address or social security number is already in their global database, the new user welcome code simply will not work. This is a hard-coded restriction to prevent bonus abuse. To check if this is your issue, try logging in with your old credentials rather than creating a new account. If you find you already have an account, you won't be able to use the registration promo code, but you can head over to the Promotions tab in the app to find existing user boosts or refer a friend bonuses that might still be available to you. We also have to talk about the qualified deposit trap. Even if your code is accepted at registration, the bonus often won't trigger unless your first deposit meets very specific criteria. For most BetMGM offers in 2026, the minimum deposit is $10. However, certain high-value codes, like the $1,500 first bet offer, might require you to use specific payment methods. Some users find that depositing via certain e-wallets or prepaid cards excludes them from the promotion due to anti-fraud filters. If your code isn't working, check your transaction history. If your deposit was less than the required amount, or if you used a payment method that isn't eligible for the bonus, you might need to make a second qualifying deposit before placing your first bet. Always double check the fine print on the specific code you used, as the requirements can shift between states like New Jersey, Michigan, or Arizona. Then there is the issue of the qualifying bet itself. This is where most people lose their bonus without even realizing it. A BetMGM promo code often requires your first wager to be on a market with specific odds, usually -200 or greater. If you try to bet on a massive favourite at -500 just to play it safe, you might inadvertently disqualify yourself from the promo. Furthermore, if you use the cash out feature on your first bet, the system immediately views the promotion as void. The fix here is to be patient. Let that first bet settle naturally. If you've already placed a bet and realised it didn't meet the odds requirements, you should immediately contact support via the live chat feature before the game starts. Sometimes, if you're polite, a representative can reset your eligibility if the bet hasn't been settled yet. Speaking of technical glitches, the BetMGM app can sometimes experience cache lag. This happens when you've clicked a promotional link, but the app still has data stored from a previous session where no code was present. If you are typing in a code like bonus 1500 and it says it's invalid, try clearing your app cache or even uninstalling and reinstalling the app entirely. This hard reset forces the app to pull the most recent promotional data from the server. If you're on a web browser, opening an incognito or private window and trying the registration process there is a great way to bypass cookie-related errors. It sounds like a basic turn it off and back on again solution, but in the world of high-traffic betting apps, it works more often than you'd think. One of the most overlooked reasons for failure is the expiration window. Most BetMGM bonus bets have a shelf life of exactly 7 days. If you successfully applied the code but don't see the funds, check your bonus balance section rather than your main balance. If the bonus bets were issued but you didn't use them within that 1 week window, they vanish into thin air. There is no automated way to get these back, but this is where human intervention comes in. BetMGM has a 24/7 live chat and state-specific email support. If you can prove that you had a technical issue that prevented you from using your credits, maybe the app was down or you had a verified login issue, support representatives have the power to manually reissue those credits as a one-time courtesy. Finally, let's talk about the SSN and verification block. When you sign up, BetMGM has to verify your identity using the last 4 digits of your social security number. If there is a typo in your name, address, or SSN, your account will be placed in a pending status. While in this state, no promo codes will activate because the account isn't technically live. If your code isn't working, check your email for a message from BetMGM's compliance team asking for a photo of your ID or a utility bill. Once you clear this manual verification, the promo code you entered at registration usually kicks in automatically. If it doesn't, that is the perfect time to hop on a live chat and say, "I've just verified my identity, can you please ensure my registration promo is now active?" 9 times out of 10, they will flip the switch for you right then and there. To summarize, if your BetMGM promo code is failing, it's almost always a fixable issue involving your location settings, your deposit amount, or your identity verification status. Don't panic and don't give up on that bonus. By following these steps, checking your geofencing, ensuring you're a true new user, and verifying your bet odds, you can maximize your chances of getting that extra betting power. If all else fails, the BetMGM support team is actually quite responsive if you have your registration details ready. Keep this guide handy for the next time the app gives you trouble, and you'll be back in the game with your bonus intact in no time. Don't panic and don't give up on that bonus. By following these steps, checking your geofencing, ensuring you're a true new user, and verifying your bet odds, you can maximize your chances of getting that extra betting power. If all else fails, the BetMGM support team is actually quite responsive if you have your registration details ready. Keep this guide handy for the next time the app gives you trouble, and you'll be back in the game with your bonus intact in no time.